Welcome back to another episode from Geeks Corner. Now, I know it's been some time since I actually did a podcast. I've had some personal things going on, and I can't guarantee that we'll be doing daily or even weekly, but we'll be doing these more often if possible. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you let us know as well, guys. We are using Anchor, so you can also send us some voice messages as well. Okay, so we're going straight into it with the Samsung event yesterday. I didn't actually watch the event live. I caught a little bit. I was actually working, so I watched it on YouTube and skipped through most of the rubbish and actually just got into having a look at the devices. And we're going to be talking about the Samsung Fold first of all. First of all, Samsung, what the heck is that name, Samsung Fold? It's just rubbish because when you're talking about folding it, then it's going to be folding. Every time you're actually doing something. So you can't really say it's a Samsung Fold because I'm going to be folding my Samsung Fold or I'm unfolding my Samsung Fold. See what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. It's a stupid name and they could have definitely come up with something better. Then when I actually looked at the device the guy was showing off, the first thing I noticed was when it was closed, so it just was a phone, was how big those bezels were. I mean, flipping heck. People say about edge-to-edge screen technology and all this. Well, this is far from it. The bezels were ridiculous. He had Google Maps open on the front, and it was just tiny. It looked like something you'd expect from the flipping 90s. It's absolutely atrocious. When they unfolded, I got to give them credit. You couldn't really see the line. I don't know if that was due to lighting or anything, but obviously we'll see a lot of that in YouTube reviews, I'm sure, once it actually hits the public there. But it did look impressive with hiding the fold in there. And obviously tablet mode, I like the way the maps went from the small screen to the big one. There was no messing around on there. But yeah, I don't really want to carry a flipping phone that opens up into a tablet like that because it's massive. It's like, I don't know, something from the 90s. It's ridiculous. It's like we've gone back in time. Do we really need this folding technology? I'd rather have my phone in my pocket and carry my iPad mini 4 that I've got rather than having something that massive in my pocket. Now, yeah, I am an Apple fan. Anybody who knows us and follows us, I rave about Apple, but I like other products as well. We've also got a Google Pixel 3 in the household, and I got to be fair, it's a really good phone. The camera is phenomenal. The OS, not too pleased with that, even though it's stack Android. It's something I'm not really happy with. And something else I also noticed as well is when he went to launch Google Maps, he had to tap it a few times that it just wasn't registering his touch, and his hands were obviously shaky. I appreciate he was nervous, but it just didn't seem that responsive, which is something I don't like about Android, and which I prefer OS from iOS on there. It's much more smooth, it's much more responsive. So yeah, I'm just definitely not impressed with that. Moving in on to the S10, I briefly looked at that. Technology on there is always really good by Samsung. They do fantastic screens, apart from obviously the fold thing that they had going on there where it was just tiny. It looks really good. The camera in the top right, I actually like the way they kind of hide that away with a lot of their wallpapers and things like that. However, I've noticed now that the banner seems to be a lot bigger, so you're losing a lot of screen. And if you're looking at YouTube videos with that camera in the corner there, it's kind of cutting it off. I don't know if it's an awkward position, but I think I prefer that compared to the notch from Apple. So yeah, I like the S10 and obviously the S10 Plus and everything else, and the 5G. Obviously a bit ahead of the time. It's not going to roll out, especially here in the UK. We're probably not going to see that for at least probably another 2 years before it starts global across the UK. There's plenty of places, especially where I live, where we're probably not going to see that technology. So I'm not really that excited at the moment, but it's good to see that they are getting the 5G in there. And the watch, what can I say about the watch? I like the circle, I like the way it looks. But when I saw a screenshot with some of the circle apps on there, I just wasn't impressed. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they wish Apple did a round face watch. It's got to be fair, I think I kind of like the square at the moment. The round looks great until you actually start using it. And then I think you're going to start losing off too much on those applications there as well. And a lot of their workout screenshots basically looked like they just copied them from Apple. and just add a little bit of Samsung touch on there. But overall, $200, pretty good price. The buds, I'm not too sure. I didn't really spend too much time on that. They look okay, but I think I'm going to wait until they hit the stores and actually take a look at those before I really make a comment on the buds. It is definitely good to see that Samsung is doing stuff and trying to push the margin, but I got to be fair, I'm not really impressed with what they had to say there. The camera on the S10 looks good. The Samsung Fold is ridiculous, and don't even get me started on that price. I'm waiting now to see what the Samsung fans have to say after they mocked Apple's prices for the iPhone 10 and 10s. So we'll see what they've got on there. Definitely won't be purchasing anywhere of their phones, but I may take a look at the buds just to give them a bit of a test. I gotta say, I love my AirPods. I love the seamless on there. I'm waiting for Apple to release the next lot because my battery is dying. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the Samsung event and altogether. Let me know what you guys thought, and if you're going to be looking at switching perhaps from your current device, whatever it is, whether it be Android or Apple, and if you're going to get any of these and which ones you'll be looking at. Let me know what you think about the Samsung Fold as well, and if you have different thoughts to me, let me know. It'd be great. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.